Well, you guys remember a few weeks ago when Vic announced he was going to be part of an animated series that revolved around this NFT set? Well, now he's pulled out of it. Now, keep in mind this was not some. Why? Because the guy involved, Macron, aka, hold on, let me see if I can find his name in the arrest report. See which one is he? Eric Mead Morisco, aka Phoenix Marcon, got busted in a paycheck charge along with 17 others in East Texas Paycheck Protection Program related fraud. Well, actually, 19 individuals. 18 of them were arrested. This is something that happened just a couple of days ago. I'll read this from immediate release from the U.S. Attorney's Eastern District of Texas. This is Attorney's Office. Quote, Plano, Texas. 19 individuals have been named in federal indictment charging them with violations in the East District of Texas. U.S. Attorney Britt Featherson today. I don't wear my glasses all that much, but I'm trying to look a little real for this. Ahem. The indictment, returned by a federal grand jury on May 12, 2022, charges the defendants with conspiracy to commit wire fraud. The following 18 defendants have either been arrested or summoned for appearance before a federal magistrate judge, and the list is here. And believe me, outside of the guy who was running the NFT show, there's only one other name that threw me for a loop on this list that I was shocked to be on here. And for those wondering, no, it's not Vic's name. But let me run it down. Michael Llewellyn Hill, aka Tank, 47 years old, of Mineral Wells, Texas. Andrew Charles Morrell, of 43 years old, of Louisville, Texas. Peter Kavongfit, aka Little Pete, 34 years old, of Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Ty Allen Burkhart, 34 years old, of Frisco, Florida. Here's the name that will throw you for a loop. Jason Lawrence Geiger, 47 years old, of McKinney, Texas. Better known, a.k.a. Austin St. John, a.k.a. the Red Power Ranger, age 47. Yeah. Even Jason Lee Scott himself got roped into this. You have got to be kidding me. One thing's for certain. Pretty sure now Jason can say bye-bye to his appearance at Collecticon Charlotte in a couple of weeks. With this little slip-up. Anyway, continuing forward, Eric Reed Morisco, a.k.a. Phoenix Macron, age 50, of Allen, Texas. Christopher Lee McElfresh, 43, of Frisco, Texas. Cordine Newman, 44 years old, of Homasa, Florida. Elmer Omar Alaya, 45 years old, of Midlothian, Texas. Gregory Fitzgerald Hatley Jr., 38, of Allen, Texas. Alexander Eric Cortisano, 52, of Dallas, Texas. Arthur Attic Pontatarek, 33 years old, of Carrollton, Texas. Miles Justin Urias, of 34 years old, of Richardson, Texas. Fabian C. Hernandez, 44 years old, of Lake Alfred, Florida. Daniel Lee Warren, 33 years old, no known address. Raja Ben Salam, 49 years old, of Allen, Texas. Hadi Mohammed Tafal, 50 years old, of Allen, Texas. And Jonathan James Spencer, a.k.a. Spence, of 33 years old, of Rowlett, Texas. According to the indictment, the defendants, led by Michael Hill and Andrew Morrell, are alleged to have executed a scheme to defraud lenders and the Small Business Administration's Paycheck Protection Program. Hill is alleged to have recruited co conspirators to use existing business or creating a business to submit applications to obtain in paycheck protection programming funding. Once enlisted, Moran is alleged to have assisted his co conspirators with application paperwork, including fabricating supporting documentation and submitting the application through the online portals. On the applications, the defendants are alleged to have misrepresented material information, such as true nature of their business, number of employees, and payroll amount. Based on these material misrepresentations, the SBA and other financial institutions approved and issued loans to the defendants. Once in receipt of the fraudulently obtained funds, the defendants did not use the money as intended, such as to pay employee salaries, cover fixed jets or utility payments, continue health care benefits for employees. Instead, the defendants typically paid Hill Moran, transferred money to their personal accounts, spent the funds on various personal purchases. In other instances, the defendants sent the fraudulently obtained funds to Jonathan Spencer for purported investment in foreign exchange markets. In total, the defendants are alleged to have fraudulently obtained at least 16 loans and at least $3.5 million. If convicted, the defendants each face up to 20 years in a federal hoosegow. The CARES Act is a federal law enacted on March 29th, 2020, designed to provide emergency financial assistance to the millions of Americans who are suffering the economic effects caused by the COVID-19 pandemic. One source of relief provided by the CARES Act was authorization of up to $349 billion in forgivable loans to small businesses for job retention and certain other expenses. Through a paycheck protection through the Paycheck Protection Program in April 2020, Congress authorized over $300 billion in additional triple P funding. The PPP allows qualifying small businesses and other organizations to receive house loans with a maturity of 2 years and an interest rate of 1%. The PPP loan proceeds must be used by businesses on payroll costs, interest on mortgages, rents, and utilities. The PPP allows the interest in principal to be forgiven if the business spends the proceeds on the expenses within 8 weeks of receipt and use at least 75% of the forgiven amount of payroll. This case is being investigated by the Federal Bureau, by the FBI and the IRS, Versus Criminal Investigations District Bureau. This case is being prosecuted by assistant U.S. attorneys in the Eastern District of Texas. Grand jury indictment is not evidence of guilt. All evidence defense are presumed innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt in a court of law. Damn, that was a long read to get through. Thank you for explaining that to Ralph, Raul Seda. So yeah, that's what Vic was barely able to escape from. From if he was, I mean, I said I was going into that with caution when he said he was getting involved in this, and sure enough, my caution had merit. I'm pretty sure those who are in Vic's Twitch stream, the Risen Bull Rangers, and the I Stand with Vic Brigade, you couldn't blame me for being suspicious about this whole thing when Vic said he was getting involved in it. And this coming out kind of confirmed my suspicions. Thankfully, he's pulled himself out of it. Was he aware of the funds being used in this manner? I doubt it. Vic is too trustworthy of an individual. I mean, overly trusting of an individual. Well, and he does have a tendency to be kind of gullible. when it comes to this sort of thing. But at least he's not going to jail, which I'm grateful for. They got out of there before things got rough for him. From and even if he had been aware, and even if I don't know. But that being said, Vic would have never have gotten involved in this had he known the funds were being used in that way. That said, I stand with Vic now then forever. And F NFTs. Leave a comment, smash a like, sub to the channel. Till next time, Mets2128 signing out. Goodbye and good night. Bang.